What is up, Crazy X? Hopefully everyone's out there having a wonderful day. Yeah, just got done watching American Underdog. It's the story of Kurt Warner. Uh, really thought it was an exceptional movie. Very much reminded me of The Blind Side, or something that really the same in a lot of ways. The Blind Side's the true story of Michael Orr. It's the true story of Kurt Warner, talking about the families, stuff they had to overcome. But another thing is, what was it? SJ, I believe was his name, and like Sean Jr. SJ. He kind of stole the movie and The Blind Side. I feel that very similar. Zach stole this movie, which is kind of funny because Zach Levy is the playing Kurt Warner, and Kurt Warner's stepson is Zach. So it's a character named Zach, not the actor Zach. But yeah, I think he kind of really stole the show in a lot of ways. Not quite as much as SJ. SJ was like, I love that kid from The Blind Side. But Zach kind of stole this show. But yeah, really good movie. Would highly recommend it. It works. It's not, I mean, it's not just a football movie. It's a movie about overcoming the obstacles. It's funny because the movie kind of opens up this. It's how the movie opens up. It's not really a true spoiler in any way. Plus, it's a true story. But it's kind of like how I've always said, like, why I'm kind of not into collegiate football. Because the odds of, like every kid wants to play football. Every kid dreams about being a football star. Thousands upon thousands of kids do. Thousands of kids go into football. And then, like the 1,000 kids become like 100 kids. And then, like 1% of collegiate athletes really will even get drafted. Maybe that seems low. I think that's what they said in the movie, but that seems low. But I mean, whatever the number is, 10%. I feel 10% is kind of realistic. 10% of collegiate players make it to the draft. 90% don't. Maybe that was like the kids who wanted to do football in the very beginning, or there's like 1,000 kids. 1% of the 1,000 kids get it. But I mean, yeah. 90% of collegiate players don't get past college. They don't get drafted. They don't make it to the NFL. So it's like, I don't know, as I'm going to spend all this time, I'll find a player I like. High probability he probably won't make it to that's why I kind of, will pick players in the league or they're already playing. And that is a nice thing, too, with the addition of the XFL and the USFL, which I need to get back to that here in a moment. So, yeah, like I said, really good movie. Talks about him, the struggles he had, because, I mean, here will be a minor spoiler, but like I said, it's real life, It's like, is it really a spoiler alert if I tell you that the U.S. won world? Well, I mean, it's kind of no one really wins wars, but it's like, if I say that Michael Phelps won the swimming competition in the U.S. Olympics, okay, that probably did spoil. It's not really a spoiler. It's kind of known. Lance Armstrong won the Tour de France before it was later stripped from him. It's not really a spoiler. It's already happened. It's common knowledge. But so Kurt Warner doesn't get drafted, and that's what he's put his whole dreams there. Like he wants to get drafted, and he doesn't get drafted, and then he has to figure out what to do, you know. And then somebody approaches him about playing arena football that he calls it's circus. It's not even a football; it's a circus. There's no way he's going to do that. And then he ends up becoming like a clerk at a Hy-Vee grocery store. We don't have those out here, so I don't know if I'm saying that one right. And I don't know if that could have been changed for the movie. But yeah, he was a overnight. He said he was working the graveyard shift, and he was like a stock clerk. You know, he's stocking the shelves. So it's, you know, kind of the struggle that you have when what you dream of doesn't happen, and adapting. And I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know the rest of the story and what does end up happening. I won't go too much into a spoiler, but yeah, really good movie. Would highly recommend it. Got it from Netflix, not Netflix. It might be on Netflix. I got it from Redbox. Actually had a free rental code, so it was nice. Definitely worth the price of free, but it's worth the price of renting too. So USFL. It was funny, actually. I watched this documentary about it, and they're talking about how, you know, they're kind of like doing like a bubble where everything's there, and they talked about a possible disruption. I'm like, yeah, only took one day because of that rain delay. Because of that rain delay, I don't even know how long it was for the first game, but they finally played the first game. And then when I went to because I cut out on the first game, so then I went to the second game, and the second game is delayed by an hour. So then they went to regular broadcast TV. So I can't even watch the rest of the first game because I set my TiVo to record it, and it didn't record it because it went like so long beyond because of the delay. So I figured when I watched the second game, I could probably pick up what's going on live, because these games are all being played on the same field. It's so it's like, and I know they're selling tickets to the games. The tickets are like $10, and I believe it's $10 a game. So if that's the case, even when the game's done, then you've got to clear out the fans, clean up the stadium, and then bring in the fans for the next game. So yeah, this delay just messed everything up. So yeah, so I want to watch the second game, and of course, since they pushed that game an hour and they didn't show the the other game being played, I had to look at the results. And then when I wanted to watch the third game isn't even on. And there's like no mention of what happened, nothing. So as I was watching those games today, I'm like, well, where's the third game? You know, because that was the Pittsburgh Maulers. So I looked up the USFL, and I'm seeing the fourth quarter score of the game because they postponed the game. It would have been nice if you guys had announced that, you know, for those tuning in to watch the USFL game, it has been postponed. Please enjoy this other broadcast. Something like that. Make a mention of it. Don't just leave everybody in the dark about it. I thought that was messed up. And I haven't watched it. I started taping the fourth quarter of the game, so I'll watch that tomorrow. But yeah, I want to jump on here, do a little bit of a movie review, talk about that one. Kind of interesting. Also, too, Bruce McGill. I remember he was in a couple episodes of what is that? Quantum Leap, and I think he was in the first and last episode. He was in this movie as well, so it's kind of cool to see him again. Just kind of clicking on some of the trivia here real quick. Oh, yeah, that's interesting too. One of the guys, I believe it's this guy. Vince Papel was a walk-on to the Philadelphia Eagles. Was a wide receiver. Was that the same guy? He was in a movie called Invincible, yeah, with Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, so in the XFL, was it Vince? Yeah, Vince Papel. His son is on one of the XFL teams, so that's kind of cool. Second collaboration between Zach Levy and Adam Baldwin. Fourth football movie with actor Dennis Quaid. Kind of looking over him on IMDb, just looking over some of the trivia, see if you think it's kind of cool that they mentioned on here. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny in there too. When the character of Kurt met Brenda's son, Zach, he said, "Zach, that's a great name." This came from actor Zach Levy, who shares the same name, and would indeed think that it's a great name. Of course, here it's listed as ZACH, but I could have sworn it said ZACK. Yeah, this is a little bit more about the movie. All right, well, I'm going to head to bed. It's another late one. Getting them done on time at least. Hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow.